Alright, hello everyone, this is Team Rocket Draw, it's also known as 707 Bro Sound with another video. This time we're going to draw Latias. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how she ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw her, let's get started. I'm also going to put up a reference right now, that way it'd be easier for you guys. And at the same time, you guys can know what we're doing during the video while we're doing the drawing, and so you guys could get the details and everything off it. Alright, so first of all, we're just going to do the circle right here for the head. And once again, like I said in my other videos, try to make it as perfect as you can. As you guys can see, I take my time trying to get it as perfect as I can. So just go for it, And just before we start, I just want to say that it's not going to end up looking like the reference 100%, since I am trying to make a tutorial off it. So yeah, so hopefully you guys like the video and find it helpful. And it might be, heads up, it might be a little bit confusing with so many lines, but it's really simple, but for some reason it looks like it has a lot going on. But that's why I put the reference, that way you guys can know what I'm doing, that way you guys can look at the reference and know where we're at, And I actually have a hard time doing this drawing because it's like facing to the right, and for some reason it's just really awkward for me. I'm used to just drawing like everyone facing left or straight on, but for some reason, I don't know, it's just looking to the right and it's just a little bit awkward for me. As you guys can see right here, I don't make it the middle line, it looks a little bit crooked. It looks like it's going up a little bit, and I don't know, it's just the angle, or I don't know, it just gives me a hard time. So as you can see, just split it in half both ways, going down and sideways. In a way you guys can know that it's right in the middle. So right here I'm just looking at it. Maybe you guys saw my head, I don't know if you guys can, but way that you guys can know that it's even is if all four shapes are even or the same size,
Don't try this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
Split in half. And also, if you guys haven't seen my other video on how to draw Latios, go check it out. I'll leave a link at the end of this video, so just to make it easier, you guys could just go to my channel and go check it out, Alright, so here that's the best thing I'm gonna do, I think, so I'm gonna leave it like that. So now we're just gonna do a line at the bottom of that circle, just extend it to the left, and that's just gonna help us place the other circle for the body, because we're gonna do another circle. And then right here, I see how far it comes off from that, so we're just gonna extend that same line from the other circle for the middle circle, from the line from in the middle of the first circle. Alright, that was confusing, I'm sorry. Alright, so that line, the second line at the bottom, that's gonna basically be the middle of the other circle. So just try to make that straight as you can. This one right here is gonna be the middle of the other one. Alright, so right here I mark off the top, the middle line. So right here, instead of starting off with the circle, I'm doing the inside. So right here I do try to make it the same on both sides. And right here I'm marking off where the circle should be. So it should start off a little bit to the left of that middle line going down, and then it should be a little bit higher than the middle line going side to side from the first circle, And that's just gonna be our guideline to know how big to make it and where to put it, because it should be basically that far in to the other circle. And this is crucial right here. So as long as you guys get these two shapes like this, then the rest is gonna be easy, So the better you guys make these two shapes, the easier it'll be once we start doing the rest of the drawing. So right here I'm just cleaning it up, trying to make it better. And if you guys notice that when I'm doing a circle or something like that, I just keep going. Like once I start doing it, I keep going, and I'm not pressing that hard. I'm just doing it really lightly. And at the same time, if I notice that, for example, the left side is not good, so then once I'm doing the circle going around and around, I start like moving a little bit more, giving a better shape. And that's how I do my circles. Alright, so I think this is the best we're gonna do with this circle. So once again, one way that you guys could check that it's it's fairly circular. It's that all four of those shapes inside are even, you know, or the same size. So as you guys can see, this middle line is the one that we did at the beginning. Alright, and this circle should be bigger than the one that had. Alright, so as long as you guys got these two shapes, then we're good, because we're gonna base everything off these two circles. So just try to get these two circles like this as best as you can. Alright, so now we got those two circles. Right here I was just putting a mad face because it was giving me a hard time to do those two circles, you know, more than normal. But we got it done. So now we can start doing the face. So we're just gonna extend that same line a little bit to the right, and then that's just gonna help us place this the beak area. So we're gonna start off with the right side and just use that same angle and just get this point right here, and then it goes fairly close to that middle line going down for the first circle. As you guys can see, it's not necessarily touching, it's fairly close to it. Right here, erase it, just clean it up. So I recommend you guys pause the video. That way you guys could get a better idea of how it is, you know, and go at your own pace. Alright, so now for the mouth or the cheek, not the cheek, the jaw, the mouth, the neck. We're gonna use that line that we did going to the right. And yeah, so right here I make a point. I make 2 points. As you guys can see, the one at the top is fairly close to that middle line, and at the point at the bottom of that same line, it's a little bit further. That's just gonna be for the forehead. And now we're just gonna do a line going parallel to the circle right here, up to around there, and then we're just gonna connect both lines like this. And then the top should be rounded off, you know, and the right side should be a little bit higher than the left side. So that's just one of those small details you guys could keep in mind, you know. Alright, now we could erase those lines. We don't need them no more. Alright, so I guess we can start on the eye and the top. So right off that around there, we're just gonna do this line once again parallel to the line on top of that, all the way to around right here where the two lines connect, the circle line and the middle line from the first circle, and then just round off this line again. As you guys see, it's fairly round, and it's parallel to the one on top. And then we're just gonna do this like rectangle shape, like this. You see, it makes this like a really long rectangle, and it's like bent, you know. And that's just gonna be for the top of the mask. Alright, so now for the bottom point to the top right there, right on top of that middle line from the first circle going sideways, we're just gonna connect both of them and just curve it a little bit on the top, and that's just gonna give us our eye. So this is where it comes crucial to getting those circles as perfect as you can at the beginning, because basically you guys are just gonna copy, use those circles as a reference just to place everything, you know. So the better you guys make them, the easier it'll be. And if it doesn't turn out the same for you guys, just change anything just to make it look better, you know. Alright, now just gonna finish the eyes, and then just raise the inside. And as you guys see, we got the mask. I know it's not a mask, but I'm gonna call it a mask. Alright, so now the top of the head is basically that same circle that we used. And right now we're gonna start off with the ear. So the ear starts off a little bit to the left of that first circle that we did for the head, and just extend the line, and it should roughly be around 70% of that first circle. Like, I'm using my fingers right here, because you guys see it's around 70% of that circle, and that's just how far we're gonna do it. And just pay a close attention to the length of it, or not the length of it, I mean the, well yeah, but the angle that it makes, the angle that it goes. And then the line, just connect them. Right here I don't like the top, so I change it. You guys can use the reference just to get a better idea of how it should look, you know. Because it doesn't look like the reference 100%. There's something that I do end up changing just so it could work for my drawing, which I recommend you guys do the same. If something doesn't turn out the same, just change it, you know, just so it could look better on yours. Alright, so now that we got that here, we can start doing the other one. And it starts off a little bit to the right of that middle line going down the first circle, as you guys can see. And we're gonna do a line going across from one ear to the other one, and that's just gonna help us know how big to do the other one. So the other one's a little bit higher of that line, or a little bit higher than the first ear that we did. And then this one connects right to the end of that mask, as you guys can see right here.
Don't try this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
And that line where they connect is crucial right here, so remember that. Now we can erase all those reference lines. And remember not to press too hard on your drawing, you know, because there's going to be a lot of erasing, so don't press that hard on your pencil. That way you guys can get rid of those lines easier. And then for the eyes, basically just an oval. And one of those things you guys could pay close attention to is how close the eye is, or that oval shape, to the bottom line of the eye. You guys can see it's almost touching, but there's just a small gap. And then for the inside of the eye, it's just basically an oval right in the middle of that first shape that we did for the eye. And now that we got that right here, I think I started doing the mouth, and it's just a small line, you know, and it's right under that eye. A little bit to the left of the second circle. It's like in the inside of the second one, under that eye. Alright, now we got most of the face or the head done, so we can start now on the body. So right here, just do this small line for the neck. You guys can look at the reference just to get a better idea, you know. Alright, so now for the wing. As you guys can see, I'm marking off right there, making points. Just looking at how far the shape that we're gonna do is from that middle line or the other lines. And that's just gonna help us place the wing. Like I said before, it's like connect the dots, you know. And then right here at the bottom, just cut off the tip. Not that much, but just cut off that the bottom part right there, like I did. Because his body is not all the way round. It's round, but it's like the bottom is a little bit more flat, you know. It's not like a perfect circle or anything like that. Another thing, just like I was saying at the top for the wing, as you can see, I placed those dots. The one on top, it's fairly close to that middle line going down for the second circle, as you guys can see. And then the one at the bottom is like right at the corner of the bottom shape right here, the one I'm doing right here. And then it just connects. It's like connect the dots, you know, just curve it a little bit, and then it does go on over that circle a little bit, not by that much, but it does, and it just makes this like oval shape right here. So doing those dots just really helps you guys out. So I recommend you guys do them, not just here on this drawing, but just overall when you're drawing. Try to do that. If you guys are trying to do another drawing or anything like that, I recommend you guys do that. You know, it takes some time to get used to, but once you guys get used to it, then it's just gonna make your drawings a lot more easier and a lot more accurate, you know. And you guys are gonna see me doing that a lot on my videos, because that's just one of those things that just makes it a lot more easier. Just like connect the dots, you know. Once you know where to place them, then the rest is just easy. So right here I'm doing the same thing, or not right here. So right here is just gonna do this parallel line to the circle. and that's just gonna be for the bottom shape, the stomach area. As you guys can see, it's pretty round, and just try to make it even all along. Alright, so this is where I tell you guys, so I see how far it is from that line, so I just mark it off, do a small line right there, and then I go on the other side to see how far it goes, so it connects to that middle line. So then it just makes another oval shape, and it goes I guess touching the outer line of the first circle, and then it just makes this oval shape, you know, and it just helps us know where to place it, you know, just by doing that, looking at how far it is from other things. Alright, so now we got that shape. We could erase the inside, and now we're gonna do the other one. So it goes up to around there, a little bit further than the circle, and it just does this really skinny oval shape right here, as you guys can see on the reference. And it doesn't go that in to the shoulder, the first oval that we did, as you guys can see. Alright, so now we're gonna do a line going right at the bottom of that circle, and that's just gonna help us place this oval right here for the arm or for the hand. And it's basically another oval, you know, like a football shape. And that line that we did at the beginning, at the bottom I mean, is just to help us get the angle of it, you know, because it's pretty much straight, and it's a lot more bigger than the first oval that we did on the body, on the shoulder. So keep that in mind. So as you can see, the hand is pretty close to the circle of the body. Right here I'm just cleaning it up, doing the lines a little bit better. And we're pretty much done. The only thing we need now is just the wings and just any small details. So the wing starts around here, as you guys can see. Just pause the video, you know, look where it goes. And the other one starts off a little bit higher off that middle line from the second circle, just a little bit higher than that line. And then we're just gonna extend the line from the ears, the same line that we did, and it's just gonna help us know how far it goes or how high it goes, you know. And this wing should be roughly the length of two of those circles for the body. So I used my fingers right here, so I marked it off 1 and then 2, so it should be roughly that long. And as you guys can see, it's right under that line that we did at the top from the ears. And then it just extend those lines, you know, to that angle, and they're pretty much straight. And then just connect them, you know, it ends like at a point almost, and they're pretty much straight. So as you can see, it's right under that line that we did at the top, going from the ears to there. And the top is not, it doesn't add at a point exactly, it's rounded off at the point, and it just makes this like really a long extended triangle shape. It's pretty skinny, but I guess that's just to go faster, you know. Alright, so now we're starting the other one. So it starts off around there, off the ear, and then right here once again I'm marking off how far it is from the ear. So now I can do the line, and it should be roughly the length of one of the circle of the body. So right here I'm using my fingers. You guys don't have to do that. You guys can use a ruler, a paper, or basically just guess, you know, and then just connect those two lines. So the other one does start off the ear right there, and then it just connects, and it just gives you the shape, you know. It's pretty simple. And the only thing we need now, I guess, is the leg. I'm not sure if this is a leg, but I'm gonna call it a leg. You guys could use the reference, just so you guys could get a better idea of how it looks. But basically it goes, I guess, halfway from the oval for the hand, the football shape. It goes around halfway. That's how far it goes from the body. It looks like a hand almost. So we're pretty much done right here. I started erasing all those lines that we don't need no more, those reference lines. Some of them right here. And once you guys erase all those reference lines, you guys are gonna start noticing how it looks. You know, it's gonna look a lot better now that we get rid of those lines. It just starts looking a lot more better.
Don't try this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
So I know that there's a lot of lines, a lot of shapes, but if you guys do that, it just makes it a lot more accurate, you know, and I don't know, it just makes it a lot more accurate for you guys. And now right here for the shape right here at the torso, it's pretty much a square line right there. Does that make sense? A square line? No, I don't think that makes sense. But the edges are sharp, you know, the square shape edges. Right here, and it just curves into that other line. It just connects. And now for the inside, as you can see right here, I'm marking off how far it is from the top and how far it is from the right side. And once you know how far it is, just connect the dots and it just gives you that shape, you know. Once again, I used that again here, and it just makes it that more accurate. So I really recommend that you guys practice that, or just consider doing that in your drawings. Fixing the eye. So now that we got mostly everything done, the only thing that we still need is just those spikes on the wings, at the tip of the wings. You guys can use the reference just to get a better idea of where to place them, you know, how big they are. But right here, I'm just fixing the ear. I'm looking at the reference, and I look at how far it goes. So I noticed that it's right at the same level of the eye. So I do it. So now I go over the drawing. And if there's anything that doesn't look right, if there's anything that you guys could change, go for it. Right here I noticed that we still need the detail right there, and it's basically two triangles, the shape of two triangles, and basically that's it. So like I said, just go over your drawing. If something doesn't look right, now's the time to change it. Now that you guys got an overall look of your drawing, for example, the ears don't look right, one doesn't look right, now's the time to change it. And remember that it doesn't have to be 100% like the reference. If it doesn't look right, if you guys do it just like the reference and it just doesn't seem right on your drawing, you guys could always change it, you know. You guys don't have to follow the reference 100%. Just make any changes just so it could work for your drawing. So right here I started doing those spikes right there at the wings. And yeah, so right now I'm just gonna show you guys how my drawing came out, and I'll tell you guys what I changed, any small changes that I might have made, and then just basically talk about my channel. And basically we're done. So now it's up to you guys. You guys could color it, you guys could do whatever. I do end up coloring it, I'll show you guys in a bit. I use colored pencils, but once again I'll let you guys know how it turned out just in a little bit. So yeah, so right here I'm just going over my drawing, and I noticed that there's just small details, like for example right here, you can see the other shoulder a little bit, it's rounded off right there. So yeah, so I think we're done. So as you guys can see, this is how he ended up looking like. I like how she came out. I'm gonna call her a her because I think it's a her, Latias. And I did end up coloring it, and one of the reasons why, maybe you guys seen my other videos that I say that I'm not that good at coloring, and usually I don't color my drawings. And the reason for doing it this time is because since I did press on the paper a little bit too hard just so it could be noticeable on the video, once I tried erasing those reference lines, they were just really hard to get away, you know, remove. So they were still visible even though I pressed really hard on the eraser, you know, trying to erase them. They were still there. So it would have looked a lot really weird, really messy if I would have just left it in pencil like that. So I did end up cleaning it. As you guys see, it came out pretty good. I like how it came out. I used color pencils, the Crayola color pencils. I'll let you guys know what I use for the colors. So yeah, so basically what I did is just erase the whole drawing, like everything, because you guys can still see the lines that you did for the drawing. So I just erased everything and then just went over the lines, you know. basically just clean it up and do the outline of it. What you guys could do if you guys are planning to outline it in ink or pen or whatever, just outline it in pen, and then after that wait like a minute or two for the ink to dry, and then just erase all the pencil markings, you know, and you guys will have that perfect outline for the drawing. That's what a lot of people do. I didn't do that just because I like how it looks just in pencil and color pencils, because if I would have done it in outline in like pen or Sharpie or whatever, it would have looked a lot more darker than the color pencil, so it wouldn't really go along that well. So that's why I like just doing the color pencil and just the pencil outline. I don't know, I just like the style of how it looks, so that's what I started doing on my drawings when I use color pencils. So yeah, so now for the color, I use 3 reds for the red areas. I used the pink, like a burnt out pink, or like a really faded pink. As you guys can see, it's not that bright, and I just use that for the highlights. You guys can use the reference for that just to get a better idea of where they goes. And then I used like a dark red, like a reddish brownish color for the darker areas, for the shadows. For example, on the wing, at the bottom of the wing, there's like an area where it's darker. Once again, use the reference just so you guys can get a better idea, you know, where everything goes. And then for the rest, I just used a regular red, you know. And then after that, I just went over like the dark area and the pink area lightly with the red, just so I can make it look like it's the same color, but just highlights and then dark areas, you know, shadows and whatnot. And as you guys can see, the color is really packed in, because I did press a little bit harder on the color pencils on the paper, just so I could fill in those white spots that you leave sometimes when you use color pencils. There's like some white spaces, you know, dots that are left once you use your color pencil. So just to fill those in, I pressed a little bit harder on the color pencil, you know, and it just makes it a lot more darker and a lot more bold. So I like how that turns out, because I know there's a lot of people that go over, when they use color pencils, they go really lightly, you know. They barely press on the paper, and there's some people that know how to do that, but I don't have the patience for that for some reason. I just want to press my colors in there, you know. And I think it came out pretty good overall, considering that I'm not that good at coloring, but I like how it came out this time. And that's what I did for the red. And then for the body, for the rest, for like the white areas, I just used the light gray. And then like on the ears, you guys can see there's like some areas that are darker. I just pressed harder on the color pencil, you know, and it just gives it like a darker tone. And then for the rest, I just pressed a little bit lightly on the did that make sense? No, right? I just pressed lighter or lightly on the paper, just to not make it that dark, you know. And then I just left some areas white for the highlights, but they're not that noticeable. And basically, yeah. So, and then for the eye, I just used the regular yellow. I went over the whole eye, and then except that highlight, you know, on the top. And then I used like a brown just to go over on the darker areas. You guys can use look at the reference just so you guys get a better idea, you know. You guys might notice that on the reference, it starts off at the bottom a yellow, and then it starts off at a gold. It goes to a gold, and then it goes to like a dark gold, like a brownish gold. But I didn't do that. I just decided just to go do it in yellow, and then just use the dark brown just to make it look like darker yellow, you know. And yeah, so basically that's all. And then for the shape at the torso, I just used the blue. Honestly, I think I made it a little bit too dark. I should have used the lighter blue, but it still came out pretty good. So overall, I like how it came out. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It really helps me out, and also leave a comment. Give me your feedback. Let me know how I did. Let me know if I could do some improvements, you know, because basically I'm doing these videos for you guys, just to help you guys out. Although this one might have been a little bit more confusing, a little bit harder, but hopefully it was still helpful. And yeah, so hopefully you guys like the video. If you guys want to join Team Rocket, subscribe. I do around 3 videos every week. If you guys have any suggestions of any Pokemon you guys want me to draw, leave them in the comment section. And once again, give me your feedback. Let me know what's up, you know. And check out my other videos. I have around 70 videos, I think, now, on tutorials on how to draw Pokemon, from starters to Mega, and just random Pokemon in between. Like for example, Latios right here. I've done Victini, Lugia, Charizard, Lucario, Gengar, Mega Gengar, Ghastly, Hunter, Pikachu line, like Raichu, Pichu, the evolutions. I've done a lot of videos lately. So if you guys want to go check those out, make sure to check out my channel, you know. And once again, if you guys want to join Team Rocket for more videos, then subscribe, you know. So I just want to say thanks for watching. I'll just catch you guys on the next video. And before I leave, I just want to remind you guys that if you guys want to share your drawings with me and everybody else, just share them with me on Twitter at 707BroSound. I'll leave the name at the description, and just share your drawings, and I'll put them at the beginning of my videos, you know, that way other people can see your drawings. But remember, they're just for the ones that you guys did off my videos, off my tutorials. That way other people can see how your drawings ended up looking like, and at the same time I want to see how your drawings came out, you know. And if you guys don't have a Twitter, ask your parents, or if you guys basically just don't have a Twitter in general, then just find a way to send me your drawings, and I'll make sure to put them at the beginning with your name and everything. So yeah, so I just want to say thanks for watching, and I'll just catch you guys on the next video. Team Rocket Draws, also known as 707BroSound. Till the next time, later guys.